Imagine a world where the richest and most powerful people earn just untouchable. They re-shielded by a web so secret that even the most serious investigations struggled to reach them. What if I told you there was a man who had the key to exposing the darkest corners of elite society? Yet his death only deepened the mystery. Stay with me for the next 11 minutes, because in this video from Global Economy Insights, we're going to unravel the story of Jeffrey Epstein and how his life, crimes, and eventual death reveal the shocking lengths some of the world's most influential people will go to protect themselves. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, because understanding this story isn't just about curiosity, it's as about seeing the hidden structures that shape our world. Jeffrey Epstein wasn't just a financier, he was a master of secrets, a man who curated a network of the ultra-powerful, from politicians and billionaires to celebrities, and he used that network as both shield and sword. His mansion in New York, his private island in the Caribbean, and even his private jets weren't just symbols of wealth, they were tools of influence, places where powerful individuals could act without scrutiny. Over the years, Epstein's connections were vast and meticulously maintained. Names that would shock you surfaced repeatedly in legal documents, flight logs, and witness testimonies. Yet despite the serious allegations of sexual abuse, trafficking, and the exploitation of minors, Epstein was able to negotiate what many call a sweetheart deal. In 2008, serving only 13 months in a county jail with unprecedented leniency for someone accused of such crimes. This is where the narrative of elite protection begins. How could a man with such damning evidence against him escape the full force of the law? The answer lies in the combination of power, money, and, crucially, silence. Epstein had a system in place that ensured his secrets stayed protected, and that anyone who could expose him or those connected to him faced consequences that were, at the very least, intimidating. Over the years, multiple women came forward to accuse him, and yet many accounts were dismissed, minimized, or buried in settlements. There's a pattern here. A methodical approach to controlling information, one that protected the powerful by ensuring that Epstein's knowledge never fully reached the public. And this wasn't just about money. Epstein's wealth gave him access to legal teams, private investigators, and strategic settlements. But more importantly, it brought leverage over some of the most influential people on the planet. He documented meetings, kept detailed records, and built a network where loyalty was rewarded, and exposure was punished, either through fear, blackmail, or legal maneuvering. The chilling implication is that the higher you are in the social hierarchy, the more insulated you are from accountability. And Epstein was the ultimate gatekeeper to this elite world. Fast forward to 2019, when Epstein was arrested again, facing new federal charges of sex trafficking minors. Public outrage surged, yet only weeks later, he was found dead in his Manhattan jail cell, officially ruled a suicide. But the circumstances were murky: malfunctioning cameras, guards asleep on duty, and prior attempts on his life reportedly ignored. The timing and conditions of his death only fueled conspiracy theories and suspicions that he didn't die alone or by accident. But that forces with immense power ensured that he couldn't reveal further secrets. Even after his death, the network he was part of remains largely unscathed. Lawsuits and investigations continue, but the puzzle of who knew what and who protected whom remains largely unsolved. For those watching, this story is more than a sensational headline. It's a lens into how influence and wealth can bend legal and societal norms. Epstein's life and death illustrate a system where accountability is optional and secrecy is currency. Every recorded flight, every documented meeting, every settlement reached quietly behind closed doors tells the story of a world where the powerful are often shielded from consequences, while the victims are left fighting for recognition and justice. And yet, despite this, voices are rising, and evidence is slowly coming to light. Court cases, investigative journalism, and survivor testimonies are chipping away at the wall of silence. But make no mistake, the system that allowed Epstein to operate for decades is still in place, and understanding it is key for anyone seeking insight into how elite power structures function. This is why Global Economy Insights continues to track these stories, because the lessons here aren't just about Epstein. They're about the intersection of wealth, power, and the law, and how it shapes the world, economy, policy, and public trust. As we reflect on Epstein's life, the connections he fostered, and the secrets he kept, One question remains for all of us. How much of what we see in society is a reflection of merit and effort, and how much is a result of hidden influence and carefully guarded secrets? And that's exactly why this story matters. It's a reminder that power and money can create shadows, and that the only way to bring light is through persistence, scrutiny, and the courage of those willing to speak out. If you found this video insightful, make sure to like, share, and comment below with your thoughts. Did Epstein truly operate alone? Or was he just a part of a much larger, hidden system? By sharing, you help others understand these complex structures and keep the conversation alive. Thank you for watching Global Economy Insights. Stay curious, stay aware, and remember, the truth is often stranger than fiction.